Good evening, everyone. Could everyone please bow their heads for prayer? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day that you've given us, and please bless everyone here and help us learn and grow more and more in you. Thank you for all you do for us, and thank you for the graduates that are here today. Amen.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to graduation, and welcome to our kindergarten and 8th grade graduation of 2017. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting the young people and their accomplishments.
Yes, and I also want to thank you for coming out this evening. And I've just had such a good time teaching these three little guys. They're very, very smart and very good students. And we had a full classroom, but this was all the kindergarten we had. So they'll make great first graders. And just thank you, everybody, for coming and showing your support this evening.
We're going to now introduce the special music that is going to happen at this time. We have two numbers that are going to be done, and our first one is by the Strings Quartet, and they will be performing Palladio. Our next number, thank you very much, Strings Quartet. Our next number is by the pre-K and kindergarten class, and they're going to be performing their famous dancing feet for you once again. So sit back and enjoy.
This morning with dancing feet, and I danced all day long. God made my feet.
Forecast for tonight, partly cloudy with a 20% chance of rain, 50% chance of snow, and 30% chance of hail.
I woke up this morning with dancing feet, dancing feet, dancing feet. I woke up this morning with dancing feet, and I danced all day long. God made my feet, God made my toes, God made my fingers, God made my nose, God made my eyes so I can see. I'm glad
Okay, this is a tribute to the boys' parents and a little bit about each one of them. Simeon, thank you, Mom and Dad, for being nice to me and loving me. Thank you, Kimberly, for liking me, and if I go somewhere dangerous, you always go with me. Simeon likes candy, broccoli, carrots, pizza, cottage cheese, and crackers. Simeon is good at basketball and doing tricks in a tree. When Simeon grows up, he wants to be our firefighter and a police officer because he wants to help people. Okay, Dexter. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for my toys and for loving me. And thank you, Drake, for playing with me all the time. Dexter likes toys, stuffed animals, video games, and going outside. Dexter is good at video games and playing. And when Dexter grows up, he wants to be a golf man because they work very hard. Miguel, thank you, Mom and Dad, for taking care of me when I am sick. And Isabel, thank you for liking to be with me a lot. Miguel likes trucks, dogs, apples, whales, and balloons. Miguel is good at soccer, basketball, and baseball. When Miguel grows up, he wants to be a police officer so that he can take care of people and help keep them safe.
This is such a special part of the program, and I feel honored to get to read these. And I have someone who's going to help me. Denisha Garner is going to come on up here and help me. She's actually going to be reading the ones in Spanish for the ones who wanted to write theirs in Spanish for their parents. So we're going to start out with Faith. To my mom and daddy, I can't thank you enough for all you've done for me. I love you more than you will ever know. I am so blessed to have you two as my parents. Thank you for always pushing me to do my very best. To my brothers, I love you more than you now know, though I don't tell you enough. I can't imagine my life without you. I know sometimes I'm mean, but I still love you no matter what. Jeremiah, Isaiah, Joshua, I love you forever. Grandma and Aunt Shirley, words cannot tell you how much I love you guys. I can't thank you enough for all you've given me and done for me. I wouldn't be where I am now if it weren't for you guys. I love you both bunches. Kyle, I thank you for always being there for me and letting me unload my problems and concerns. Thank you for being there when times were tough and in times of joy and happiness. Our lives would be boring without each other. Mimi and Papa James, thank you for being there for me and my brothers. I love you guys so much, more than any words. Thank you for all that you do for me. Uncle Mike, I love you. Thank you for being a great uncle to me. Thank you for everything that you've done. It is greatly appreciated. I love you more than words can say. And in my 8th grade class, guys, I had the best year ever. Thank you guys for all the inside jokes and laughs. I don't know what I would do without you guys. I love each and every one of you greatly. Thanks for such an awesome year. I will miss you guys. I hope that we never forget each other. Mrs. Vargas, there are no words to explain my love and gratitude for you. I can't believe this year is already over. I'm going to miss you more than you will ever know. You're the best teacher I've ever had. I love you so much, and thank you for all you've done for me and everyone else. You're a huge blessing to me and a lot of people. Thank you for an amazing year. Next will be Anna Judy.
¿Por dónde empezar? Hay tantas personas que quisiera agradecer, pero alguien que siempre ha estado allí conmigo, ayudándome en cada paso de mi vida, al crecer físicamente y espiritualmente, y aunque es una persona muy ocupada, siempre tiene tiempo para estar conmigo. Esa persona es mi mamá. Al igual, mi papá. Mi papá es alguien que aunque tenga que dormirse tarde y levantarse temprano para poder nosotros asistir a esta escuela, él lo hace. Lo que él hizo por mí este año para poder llegar aquí es algo que yo valoro. Los quiero a los dos. Kayla, gracias por ayudarme y acompañarme, al igual que soportarme durante este año. Te quiero. A mis abuelitos y tía, me han apoyado en todo lo que pueden para que yo pudiera ir al viaje misionero. Gracias, los amo mucho. Otra persona muy especial para mí es Elizabeth. La he conocido desde chicas. Tú me has ayudado a poder concentrarme cuando veías que me distraía. Este año me has ayudado con las materias que se me han hecho difícil. Gracias. Y aunque no le puedo dar una rosa a Dios, quiero darle mi vida para que Él la guíe. Él me ha ayudado en las cosas más difíciles, dándome la sabiduría necesaria. Les agradezco a todos.
Adelie. To my dad, where do I begin? I can't thank you enough for raising me. Thank you for all the times we went fishing and four-wheeler riding. I find myself being more and more like you every day. Not so sure if that is a good thing or not, but we'll say it is. Thank you for coming to my basketball games and give me a few pointers every now and then. Thank you for all you have done, Daddy. I love you. To my mom and Keith, thank you, Mama. You have always been there for me and Sadie when we needed you the most. I couldn't think of a better mother than you. You have been such an inspiration to me throughout the years. I can't thank you enough, Mama. I love you. And Keith, thank you for being a great stepdad. Thank you for letting us go to California with you. That is a memory I will never forget. I love you. Oh yeah, how's your knee today? To my nanny and papa, how do you two put up with me and Sadie all the time? I can't begin to explain how much I appreciate and love you both. Thank you for coming to all of our programs and school events. Thank you for all the road trips to Pawhuska and everywhere else just for no reason. I would be completely lost without you two. I love you more and more than you will ever know. To Tori, Sadie, and Piper. Tori and Sadie, thank you two so much for being such great role models for me growing up. I still remember that phone that all of us shared. We didn't really share it, it was Tori's. But I was always told it was for all three. Anyway, I love you all more than you think. Thank you. And Piper, I love you, you little brat, even though you annoy me all the time. Isabel, thank you for being the best friend anyone could ask for. Thank you for always being there and listening to me. I am always here for you. I'll miss being in your class next year, but I will definitely enjoy seeing you in the halls. Thank you for everything, Issa. I couldn't ask for a better best friend than you. I love you. To Mr. and Mrs. Vargas, thank you guys for all of the awesome campouts and the trips we went on. Thank you for being so much fun in and outside of class. I can't explain to you two how much I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Elizabeth.
A mis padres, quiero darle gracias a Dios por ayudarme en todos los días de mi vida hasta ahora, pero le quiero agradecer también por los dos padres que me ha regalado. Aunque a veces nos peleamos, siempre están a mi lado, aunque les desobedezca o me porte mal. Yo sé que me quieren y me cuidan y siempre me apoyan en todo. Estoy muy feliz por tenerlos en mi vida. Los quiero mucho. Y le puso 6 puntos de exclamación. 6. To my siblings, it's hard being the middle sibling because you can be the odd one out. In my case, I am the odd one and the middle sibling. I'm way more calm than either of you, but sometimes we're just alike. Yes, we fight and get mad at each other, but we can always be serious in some things. I love you both, and I'm thankful for you. I love you guys. 5 exclamation points. Also, I'm thankful for all the people, my friends in the class. You guys know who you are. I'm glad you guys are with me this year, and I'm happy to have you girls in my life. 5 exclamation points. We did a lot of crazy things this year. 6 exclamation points. I don't know what I would do without all of the amazing people God has put in my life. 5 exclamation points.
Keegan. First off, I want to thank my mommy for being the most inspiring mother that she could be. I also want to thank her for the long nights she spent answering questions or helping me with that one assignment that I forgot to do and is due tomorrow. I also want to thank my daddy for helping me through some of the toughest times in my life, but all the while making it fun, and was pretty chill about it. I like to think back to when we lived in Oregon on the farm, and he accidentally allowed a friend of ours to give me an old beat-up truck. Man, the look on his face when it showed up in the driveway. Brenton and I loved that thing so much. It was awesome. I'd like to thank my grandpa and Grandma Judy for always making it special to go back to Oregon. Grandma Judy with all those proper etiquette tips and lectures. I will never forget that it is Brenton and I, not Brendan and me. And Grandpa with the seemingly endless amounts of work he needs for his own fleet of boats and cars. To my Oma and Opa, I want to thank you for all those times we got sent to your house in Alberta. I can remember all those frozen banana smoothies we made during the summer, and then when we got older working in British Columbia for pay. I hope in the future you won't run out of things you need done with Brendan and my help. Brendan, we didn't always get along, but in the times that we did, I had a blast. From saving the tadpoles from the pond, to building rafts, to exploring in my truck, which meant that you would press the pedals and I would steer, so that I could see above the steering wheel. It looks like we will only have one more year together, so I hope we can enjoy it together. To Mrs. Vargas, I have always admired the way you teach us youngsters. Sometimes chill, sometimes stern, but always in the right way. At the right time. I remember all the times I came and became yours and Mr. Vargas's adopted son for the weekend. I will miss you a lot next year. Miss you too, kiddo. I also want to thank my classmates. Some of us have only been together for a year, while others have been together of 5 years. But to me, all of you are like family. I will miss you all. Yes, that one was for all of you guys. A whole lot next year. You guys were a fun group to hang with. To Mrs. Bakavoy, my little hugging buddy, I will miss your daily hugs next year, as well as another one of my adopted moms. I tend to accumulate them. To Mr. and Mrs. Whitaker, when I first moved to Oklahoma, my family didn't exactly know many people, and you guys stepped in as my adopted grandparents. From having us over at your house, to coming to our basketball games to urge us on, to having us over and sharing your sons with us for company. I also want to thank James and Dave for befriending Brendan and me by playing basketball with us and taking us out to eat on random occasion just because you had time. And to Mr. Melchor, I want to thank you for being my mentor when it comes to basketball, pushing me hard when I was ready for it and giving me a break when I needed it. I will miss you being on the bench, yelling out the plays next year. I hope you and Mrs. Melchor enjoy your next adventure. Patsy.
A mi madre, con la corazón de emoji. Quiero darle las gracias a mi hermosa y luchadora madre. Mami, te quiero decir que te amo, aunque a veces, o siempre, soy una amargada. Y quiero decirte que estoy feliz de que tú seas mi madre. Gracias por estar siempre a mi lado.
Thank you for always being there and being a father figure and helping me to always do my best and helping me then to be my best.
Right there.
I would also like to thank my grandparents for always being there for me and giving me advice to help me go through school and to help me learn more about God every day. And I'd like to thank Ms. Vargas for always being inspiring and helping us. Nahum.
Primeramente, quiero agradecerle a Dios. Es Él quien me da vida y quien me ha dado la oportunidad de venir a TAA. por lo cual estoy muy agradecido. He conocido a muchas personas maravillosas que han estado a mi lado durante los buenos tiempos y los difíciles, y le doy gracias a Dios por ellos. También quiero darles gracias a mis padres. Les agradezco por dejarme venir a esta escuela para poder aprender de y acercarme a Dios. Siempre están a mi lado cada vez que los necesito, y por eso le doy gracias a Dios. Aunque no he sido el hijo perfecto, hago lo que yo pueda para hacerles feliz cada día. Y me siento muy bendecido por tener padres tan buenos como ustedes. Les quiero agradecer muchísimo y decirles algo que no les digo mucho, y esto lo puso en mayúsculas. Los quiero. Muchas gracias, papá y mamá. Otra persona a quien quiero agradecer es mi hermano. Siempre sabe cómo hacerme feliz cuando no lo soy y me ayuda con mi trabajo. Y en total es una verdadera bendición para mí. No sé lo que haría sin él y estoy muy agradecido por tenerlo como mi hermano. The last person I'd like to thank is Mrs. Vargas. Oh man, where can I start? She's done a lot for me. All I can really say is that she's the best teacher I could have had. I remember the day I met her. She came with a smile on her face and said, "What grade are you going to be in?" And when I told her I'd be in 7th, she looked so excited. I don't know if she was really excited or not, but I'm just so thankful. The first day of class, she was a chill and fun teacher, and she helped me a lot, and I'm really thankful to have a great teacher like her. She's the best teacher a student could ask for, so I just want to say thank you, Mrs. Vargas, for all your help. So much love for you.
Thank you, Denisha. Amelia. Mom and Dad. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always helping me achieve the best things in life. You guys have always made a big impact in my life. Thank you for getting me to this point. I love you both oh so very, very much. Caleb, thank you for just being the awesome brother that you are. You have also been a very big impact on my life. I'm sad that I barely get to see you, but you will always be in my heart when you're with me or 1,000 miles away. I love you. Aunt Stacy and Uncle Eric, thank you for being my amazing aunt and uncle. I am very blessed to have you two in my family. Thank you for always making me laugh and for playing board games with me. I love you guys very much. And to Kellen, I am also very blessed to have you in my family. You're an amazing, awesome, funny cousin. That's what I love about you. Thank you for telling me funny jokes and making me laugh and smile. I love you. To my best friend Kyle, there is so much I could say. You are a wonderful friend. I remember when we were little and we would always go literally everywhere together. Thank you for everything you do, whether it's making me laugh or comforting me when I'm sad. I hope we stay friends forever. Sophia, you are an amazing friend. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I hope we remain great friends. You've always been there. Thank you very much. Lauren, I've known you since we were born. I was even at your baby shower. When we were younger, we never really talked, even though we knew each other. But as the years have passed, we have gotten closer and closer. I'm so happy to call you my sister. To Maddie,
I've only known you for 4 years, but that hasn't stopped us from becoming friends. I hope we stay friends forever. You and I have had each other's backs for a long time, and I thank you for that. I'm happy to call you my sister as well. Thank you for always being there with me, and thanks for all the hilarious jokes. Whoa. Words also cannot describe how much I love you. 8th grade, you guys are literally amazing. It's been an amazing year, and you guys are the reason it has been an amazing year. I hope you guys do well in high school. Oh, and if we ever go on another trip together, we need to go to Orlando. I love you guys. To Mrs. Vargas, you are literally the best teacher ever. You are always there for anyone, through any ups or downs. I can't explain how much of an impact you've been in my life and many others. I'm really going to miss being in your class. I love you very much. To Xavier and Cameron, thanks for coming. You guys are awesome. I'm really glad you got to come. I can't wait to hang out at camp meeting. You're hilarious. I am so glad that we are friends, even though I've only known you for 2 years. Nailea. Dear Mom, I would like to thank you for being, well, my mom. Through my middle school years, you and I were always stressed out. I remember I would get home and be so proud of my report card because I had A's and B's. You would say, congratulations, good job, well done, etc. But after every compliment, you would say, Nailea, you are not the type of person to get a B. Only A's. I would tell you that I was trying really hard to get all A's, and of course you would say, try harder. I was always confused by that. I thought to myself, how can I try harder when I'm already giving my best? That phrase taught me, though, that you show your encouragement, support, and love for me when I was too blind to see it. I am thankful that God gave me such a great mom, and that I know she will never leave my side, no matter what. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Dear Dad, I would like to thank you for encouraging me. I remember when I was in 6th grade how many times we would get home at 11 p.m. and I still hadn't done my math homework. I would cry because I was frustrated and confused. I would beg you to let me go to sleep, and I would just turn it in late. But you wouldn't let me, so we worked all night until we got it done. I have wanted to give up on so many things in middle school, but just like in 6th grade, you didn't let me. You encouraged me to keep thriving every single painful math day. You told me that God gives us these challenges in life because we can handle it. I am thankful to have an encouraging dad like you. AJ. I would like to thank my parents for giving me the opportunity to come here. There's been ups and downs throughout the year, but I am so glad that I came. Anytime I needed help, they were always there with me and there for me. I'm so very thankful for that, and that I'm so blessed to have you guys as my parents. I would also like to thank my sisters. I could also ask them for help whenever I needed it, even though they can be mean when explaining. I know they mean the best for me. I'm glad that they are here for me and that they care for me. I would like to lastly thank, I would like to thank my teacher. I'm gonna wait, sorry. Last, I would like to thank my wonderful teacher, Mrs. Vargas, for teaching me, helping me when I needed help on problems. Also, I thank her for helping me get closer to God. Even though class is hard, she makes it easier. And last but definitely not least, Anna Rose. To my mom, thank you for always being there to push me and encourage me to do my very best. You have worked countless hours so that you provide for me and for Taylor. You never cease to amaze me. You're my superwoman, and I love you. To my daddy, you're always and will always be my safe place, my safe house. You always made sure that I knew that you were there and I could talk to you whenever I needed to. When I am stressed or overwhelmed, it's you who is talking to me and telling me that everything will work out. You never lie to me or say things to soften the blow, and for that I am forever grateful. It's also because of you that I acquired my peculiar personality and sense of humor, as well as my weird love for math. I love you, and I miss you terribly. To Taylor, out of our entire family, you are probably the one I spend the most time with. Even though I always spoil movies and play my violin when you're trying to do homework, you always are there backing me up. To my favorite big sister, yeah, I know you're the only one. I love you. To Sokai, to be honest, you guys are probably my weirdest friends, but I love you guys. We became close through our common interests in string instruments and being crazy. Even though our meetings can sometimes end in broken bows, we always have a good time. Our bond is definitely a special one, and I hope that it will never be broken. To Mrs. Vargas, first of all, thank you. You're probably one of my favorite teachers. Probably. You're always happy to answer all of my questions, and you always encourage me to do my very best. You're probably one of my favorite things about this year. Probably. I love you. That concludes the parent tributes.
Thank you, Ms. Vargas. Those were seriously tear-jerkers. So I'll just add some humor. He was the past, he is the present, but we're not sure what happens in the future. I'd like to introduce at this time Pastor Elder Jack Francisco, who's the interim superintendent of the Oklahoma Conference. And they've willingly or graciously provided us with awards which we're going to give to the students at this time. And if you go. Okay, the first one is actually for the kindergarten. It's a class of 2017, and it's the graduating class. We're going to ask Simeon to come forward and receive this award from the Oklahoma Conference. Simeon Ediwami. The next one is for Dexter Boyne. Just excuse my pronunciation. And the last one goes to Miguel Diaz. The Oklahoma Conference have also recognized 8 years of Adventist education, and these are the recipients: Adley Ellis, Anna Rose Jones, Elizabeth Herrera, and the last one goes to Connor Cosgrove. As many, thank you, Elder Jack. You want to say something? Pardon? As many of you know, that Elder Jack actually retired on the 30th of April, but graciously well, he said he tried, graciously accepted to run as the interim principal at Parkview and the superintendent. So we're glad that he could be with us this evening.
Well, when your president comes to you and says, you need to run over to Parkview, what do you say? I didn't feel too bad, though, because they also called my wife and had her come back in so they could find things in the office. But we're enjoying it, and always proud to be with Christian education and such a fine-looking group as we have here in Tulsa. And by the way, I got a phone call on the way here, found out somebody was behind me, and he said he wanted to be here tonight, but he had already made arrangements he had 2 things going up at the Claremore church this evening, and of course that's Elder James Shires, and I'm sure everyone here, you already know that he's our new conference president. So he was secretary for a couple of weeks, but now he's president. We'll wait and see what happens next. Maybe one of y'all will be president. Yes. Don't say no.
My fellow graduates and I would like to thank the following people. Miss Sylvia, thank you for being our speaker when all others turned us down. You are very much appreciated by our class and the school. You have done so many things for us, too many to even count. Thank you so much. We love you.
Mr. Vargas, thank you for being a sponsor on our 8th grade trip and practically anywhere we go. You have always done so much for our class and this school. You will be dearly missed. We hope you and Tyler will visit us often. We love and thank you. Mrs. Vargas, you are an amazing teacher, and I think everyone else here would agree. You have been a big influence on so many people's lives, even if they haven't been in your class. Thank you for everything you do. You are very appreciated. We love you very, very much.
I'm actually going to veer off of the program for just a moment. Thank you for that special tribute. I really appreciate it. These are all fine young ladies and young gentlemen. But what I want to say right now, I say on behalf of the student body, and there are two other people that we would like to recognize tonight. And to the student body, they are known as Mr. and Mrs. Griffin. If you wouldn't mind standing. When it comes to hardworking people, you two are the top notches. You know how to turn a vision into a reality and how to rally people to get on board with Christian education. I have learned so much from both of you and will treasure those things that you have taught me forever. You helped TAA grow in many, many ways, and for that, we all are grateful. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your love. Many of the students and staff and faculty took the time the past few days to personally sign these yearbooks for you. We hope that you will treasure them always. Thank you for touching so many lives.
Well, first of all, thank you all, you guys, for coming to our graduation. It was an honor this year to be in the 8th grade, to be the 8th grade president. I love working with you guys. I honestly couldn't ask for better classmates. You guys are the best. Although some are leaving, I just want them to remember you. You guys are always going to have a place in my heart. Sorry. I'm truly going to miss you guys. It was an amazing year. It seemed like this school year went by really fast, but I'm glad I spent it with you guys. I love you guys so much. I was really blessed to have met you guys, and I just want to thank all the 8th grade for everything. And I'm always going to remember the good memories we had, especially when we went to our mission trip. I'm never going to forget that. I just want to say a special thank you to my boys, Connor and Keegan. I know you guys are not going to be here next year, but you guys make the class better. I'm going to miss you guys a lot. I'm going to miss you guys a lot because you guys are my friends. No, forget about friends. You guys are my family. I can speak for all of us on this. We are going to miss you guys. So wherever you guys go, wherever you guys go, I wish you guys the best and that you reach your goals in life. And thank you for all you have done for us. Don't think I forgot about you, AJ. Man, you're my brother. You are always there for when I needed someone to talk to. And I'm so blessed, and I had the opportunity to meet you this year. You're my brother, and you'll always be there when I needed someone. I'm so blessed I had the opportunity to meet you this year. You make me laugh every single day. We are always together in good times and bad times. We have each other's back for everything. I'm just blessed to have you as a friend. I also want to recognize these girls, Anna Judy, Ellie, Patsy, and Ilea. All I can say about these girls are they crazy. But I still love them. Although they're super loud sometimes, no, let me fix that all the times, but we still love them. Like for example, the class is really quiet. Out of nowhere we hear Patsy start laughing, and then Miss Vargas would say her name, and then she will start laughing even harder. Thank you girls for letting me be part of your, thank you girls for letting me be your friend. And if I didn't say your name, don't worry, I still love you guys. There's one more special person I really want to thank. I was so blessed to meet her, and her name is Miss Vargas. The best teacher ever. She has been a real blessing in my life, so no lie, she has been the best teacher I ever had. And I love this about Miss Vargas. As soon as we walk in the hall and line up by the wall, she's always standing there with her contagious smile on her face, saying good morning. And once she smiles at you, you have to smile back, because seeing her smile makes us happy. I just want to say thank you for all your help and love. I was really blessed to have you as my teacher. Before I finish, I just want to tell you guys we have made it past middle school finally. Now it's time for high school. It's a different chapter in our lives. And let me tell you guys, it's gonna be hard sometimes. You're gonna feel like you can't do it anymore, or that there's too much homework. But I have faith in you guys. I have faith in you guys that you guys can do it. Just work hard and be yourself. I want to end this with a quote by Alan Alda. You have to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition. You can get there. You can't get there by bus. There's no easy way up, but only by hard work and risk, and by not quite knowing what you are doing. But what you'll discover will be wonderful. What you'll discover will be yourself working hard to get to the top. And that's my speech for today. Thank you. I also want to present our speaker, our special speaker, Mrs. I keep forgetting, Miss Sylvia.
Well, we already know how special I am. The pressure went down a ton, so thank you. Just kidding. I did not imagine that this night would be so emotional, so I may just start blabbering and saying things, and hopefully something will make sense. I am so, so very proud of all of you guys. You can't imagine the big place that you guys have in my heart. I may start doing this very early. So while I was thinking about what I wanted to leave in y'all's heart today, I got a little bit nervous because I was very happy to accept your invitation, even if it was the last choice. It's okay, I don't have a big ego. But then I thought about it and I thought, oh Lord, I have to talk. So I thought a little bit to the time when I was your age, and it may seem like a long time ago to you guys, but it seems like yesterday to me. And I thought about what would have benefited my life the most if I had heard it early enough and often enough. So mientras yo pensaba acerca de qué iba a hablar esta tarde, y pensaba qué quería dejar en sus corazones, me puse un poco nerviosa porque tenía que hablar. Y pensé un poco acerca de mi vida cuando yo era de su edad. No hace mucho tiempo, y consideré lo que hubiera hecho una diferencia en mi vida si yo lo hubiera escuchado lo suficiente temprano y las suficientes veces. You see, I have always been quite shy, very insecure, and an introvert. You guys are light years ahead of me at your age. I mean, trust me. I was the kid who went to school, literally rushed home to do homework, and that was it. I mean, homework was exciting to me, and that's all I did. I'm part of a big family. I have tons of brothers and sisters and tons of cousins. So I didn't really have to worry a lot about the social stuff because I had friends built in. They kind of had no choice but to hang out with me, so. But I think I felt secure in being so insecure that it affected my life. I literally remember walking everywhere with my head down and my shoulders hunched. That was how I went to school. That was how I went to church. That was just me all the time. To this day, I have to make a conscious effort to look up when I walk and to pull my shoulders back. It doesn't come naturally to me. And talking to people, yikes, forget about it. I remember many times when my mom would say, hey, say hi to so-and-so, he's your cousin from, such and such uncle, and I just stare or look down. It was scary, intimidating, and just so painful. Ven, como yo siempre he sido un poco reservada, insegura e introvertida, estos niños sobrepasan todo lo que yo estaba a su edad. Yo era esa chica que iba a la escuela y regresaba corriendo a hacer la tarea. Yo soy parte de una familia muy grande. Tengo muchos hermanos y hermanas, muchísimos primos y primas. Tenía amigos incorporados ya en mi familia, así que yo podía seguir siendo antisocial e insegura. Me recuerdo con mucha claridad que yo caminaba con la mirada al suelo siempre, casi a todas partes. Doblaba mis hombros hacia abajo y esa era mi postura siempre. Hasta hoy en día tengo que hacer un esfuerzo consciente para ver hacia arriba cuando camino y hacer mis hombros para atrás. Y para hablar a la gente, olvídense. No iba a pasar. Simple y sencillamente no iba a pasar. But I realize now that I had it wrong because I didn't accept something. So today I want to make sure that you don't have it wrong. If I ask your parents what their first thought about you was when you were born, I'm sure 99% of them would say that you were perfect. Is it true? Yeah? Melissa, was Faith perfect when she was born? No? Well, she's the 1%. I said 99% of them. Anyway, I wasn't ready for that. They thought that, and I know you thought the same of them. We have babies in our school all the time, which is awesome. And if we look at Abel and Tyler and Amy and how their face lights up when they see their parents, we know they think their parents are perfect, even if they can't put it in words. And the truth is that we all are. And this is something that I didn't understand for a very long time. And I don't want you to think that when I say perfect that I mean flawless, because that's not what I mean. Because of our nature, our human nature, we are flawed. But I want you to keep the word perfect in your mind, because we're going to try to define what I'm talking about. Yo tenía todo mal. En mi vida la estaba viviendo mal. Y era porque no había entendido algo muy especial en mi vida. Y quiero esta tarde asegurarme que todos ustedes no estén equivocados. Si les preguntara esta noche a sus padres qué fue el pensamiento que tuvo en su mente cuando ustedes nacieron, estoy segura que el 99% de ellos dirían que ustedes estaban perfectos. Ya sabemos que la mamá de Faith es el 1% que no pensó lo mismo. Y los niños pensaron lo mismo. Aquí en la escuela vemos a bebés todos los días. Y cuando le notamos la cara a Abel y a Tyler y a Amy, cómo cambia su cara cuando ellos ven a sus padres, sabemos que ellos, sin decir palabras, piensan que sus padres son perfectos. Y la verdad es que todos lo somos. Y no quiero que pensemos que perfectos quiere decir sin faltas, porque nuestra naturaleza humana nos hace con faltas. Pero quiero que entendamos o mantengamos la palabra perfecto en nuestra mente para que lleguemos a lo que estoy diciendo. So, do you ever wake up and take a look at the mirror and tell yourself, no doubt about it, I'm pretty awesome? No? Do you ever tell yourself, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made? Maybe when you had a kind of a bad day, you start thinking that you're average or not so bad. And sometimes when you look closer at yourself and see those flaws that you can't ignore, you start thinking that you are unremarkable or even ordinary. You're not seeing yourself as a result of God's divine creation. When we discover the truth that we are God's unique design, it is overwhelming. We are all flawed, yet created by a perfect God, and in Him we can find perfection. Encontré lo siguiente. ¿Alguna vez te has levantado, visto al espejo y te has dicho, no hay duda, estoy formidablemente y maravillosamente hecho? Quizás cuando piensas en el tipo de persona que eras, empiezas a pensar que eres promedio o que no estás tan mal o que quizás no eres el mejor, pero ahí vas. Algunas veces puede ser que te veas a ti mismo como más que solo promedio, pero hay días cuando un vistazo más de cerca revela inseguridades y faltas que no puedes ignorar. Si alguna vez te consideras ordinario o poco sobresaliente, es porque no estás viendo que eres el resultado de la creación divina de Dios. Cuando descubres la verdad de que somos diseño único de Dios, esto es tan poderoso que batallamos en comprenderlo. Somos creados con faltas, pero por un creador perfecto, y solamente en Él podemos encontrar la perfección. Our theme song this year was Thrive. Beautiful song. Am I right? Is it beautiful? Can you all sing it just by heart? Yes. But have you ever paid close attention to the lyrics? Like really close attention. I'm not going to go through the whole song, nor am I going to sing it, just so calm, it's okay. But I want you to consider the following.
Ordinary lives, it's time for us to more than just survive. We were made to thrive.
Nuestro tema de este año fue Thrive, o en español, prosperar. Es un bello canto, la verdad. Y a veces lo cantamos sin ponerle atención a las palabras. Pero si ponemos atención a las palabras, encontraremos lo siguiente en él. No lo voy a cantar, no se preocupen. Sabemos que fuimos hechos para mucho más que tan solo vidas ordinarias. Es tiempo para más que solo sobrevivir. Estamos hechos para prosperar. You see, I was doing life wrong. Unwillingly and unknowingly, I was living an ordinary life. Just attending school, meeting those responsibilities, being a semi-good daughter, an okay sister, a better cousin than a sister, taking care of my chores most of the time. Yes, it's super important that you should continue to do that. You were created for that and so much more. Some of you have found out that already. You were made to know God and make his name, do you remember the song? And make his name be known. And you see, I wasn't confident enough in myself to even think or imagine that someone else could be watching and learning from me. I'm the second oldest of 7 children, and thinking that I may be an example to my younger siblings was not even in my radar. I mean, it was just not there. So imagine how intimidated I would have been to think that someone could learn about my relationship with God just by seeing my life. I can tell by observing you that you have already realized that. I see that you guys love Jesus with all your heart every day. Ven, yo estaba haciendo todo mal. Estaba viviendo una vida ordinaria, solo iba a la escuela, cumplía con esas responsabilidades, era una hija medio buena, una hermana también más o menos, era mejor prima que hermana, hacía mis tareas en la casa la mayoría del tiempo. Y sí, es súper importante hacer todo eso, pero estamos hechos para hacer mucho más. Y ustedes ya lo han descubierto. Fuimos hechos para conocer a Dios y dar a conocer su nombre. Y ven, yo no tenía la suficiente confianza en mí misma para ni siquiera pensar o imaginarme que alguien me podía ver y estar aprendiendo de mí. Soy la segunda en 7 hijos y nunca se me ocurrió que mis hermanitos podrían estar aprendiendo de mí. Así que imagínense lo intimidador que sería pensar que alguien más podía aprender acerca de mi relación con Dios con tan solo ver mi vida. My basic problem was that even though the Bible tells us exactly how valuable and perfect we are, I didn't claim what the Bible says as my personal truth. Anybody remember what Genesis 1:27 says? I'll remind you just in case. It says, God created man in his own image. Male and female, he created them. And this, guys, this is so powerful. You and I are created in God's image. That should be enough to take care of all of our insecurity problems. Every single one of you can claim this other promise that's in this other truth that's in Psalms 139:14. And it says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know that full well. That means you were created by divine design. You are set apart and unique. No matter what the outside of our physiques looks like, we are all fearfully and wonderfully made. You are beautiful on the outside, no doubt. I see you every day, and today you're more beautiful than I've seen you all year. You clean up really well. But the body that we are given is more than enough to do what God created us to do, and to be what He created us to be, which is a joyful representation of His love. If we can know and truly believe that that is our truth, self-doubt, shyness, and comparisons to others will have no place in our lives. Mi problema básico era que aun cuando la Biblia nos dice exactamente lo valioso y perfecto que somos, yo no reclamaba lo que la Biblia dice como una realidad en mi vida. Génesis 1:27 nos dice que Dios creó al hombre a su imagen, varón y hembra los creó. Esto es muy poderoso. Ustedes y yo somos hechos a la imagen de Dios. Así que imagínense, o sea, nuestro Dios perfecto nos hizo a su imagen. También cada uno de nosotros puede reclamar la verdad de Salmo 139:14 como una verdad de nuestra vida. Y este texto dice: te alabo porque formidables, maravillosas son tus obras. Estoy maravilloso y mi alma lo conoce mucho. Este quiere decir que fuimos creados con diseño divino. Somos apartados y únicos. No importa cómo sea el exterior que tenemos, fuimos hechos metódicamente. Todos estos jovencitos son bellos en su exterior. ¿No están de acuerdo? Y el cuerpo que Dios nos dio es lo suficiente para lo que fuimos creados, como una representación gozosa del amor de Dios. We live in a very crazy time. I love that when I'm speaking Spanish, they're all looking down. That when I speak English, they all look up. We live in a time when crazy, unattainable ideals for our physical appearance bombard us daily. But you see, children start thinking that their parents are not so perfect after a while. When you were a child, when you were Tyler's age and Abel's age, your parents were pretty perfect. But then you started thinking, and those thoughts kind of made your parents not so perfect. Kids start thinking that they are smarter than their parents. And that's kind of when we stop thinking that you're perfect too. I mean, there's days when we love you so much, but we don't like you too much. It's just the truth, But we as a human race did the same. We started thinking that we were smarter than our Creator. Anybody remember Eve? And our ideals for perfection have changed. Vivimos en un tiempo cuando ideales locos e inalcanzables en cuanto a nuestra apariencia física nos bombardean a diario. Pero ven, así como los hijos dejaron de ver a sus padres como perfectos, los niños de la edad de Abel y Tyler y Amy todavía piensan que sus padres son perfectos. Pero los niños de nosotros ya no tanto, porque los niños empezamos a pensar que somos más inteligentes que nuestros padres. Y lo mismo le pasó a la raza humana. ¿Alguien se acuerda de Eva y cómo ella empezó a pensar que era más inteligente que su creador? Y así fue como la perfección cambió. The Bible tells us in Jeremiah 29:11, there will be a quiz about all these texts that I'm using, so just, For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and future. And I have found that in my life, I am happiest and most fulfilled when I accept that I have a purpose for God in my life. When I am working, taking care of this purpose, I am the happiest. I have no time to worry about my insecurities. I honestly believe that God made me to thrive in some purpose. It's not easy for me to accept that I have a purpose, but my life became happier when I did. God has plans for us that we cannot understand, but if we trust Him, we can't go wrong. And how can I be so confident? The Bible tells me so. I listen to the Bible now. Como vayamos viviendo nuestras vidas, hold on. La Biblia nos dice en Jeremías 29:11 que yo sé los planes que tengo para ti, planes de prosperar y no de daño, planes que te darán esperanza y futuro. Yo encontré que en mi vida soy más feliz cuando estoy poniendo atención o cuando acepto el propósito que Dios me dio en mi vida. Cuando estoy trabajando para Él, no tengo tiempo para pensar en mis inseguridades. Dios me hizo para prosperar en esa manera. Y créanme, no es fácil para mí aceptar que tengo un propósito. Pero cuando lo acepté, mi vida se volvió más fácil y más feliz. Dios tiene planes que a veces no entendemos, pero si le confiamos, no lo vamos a cerrar. ¿Cómo puedo tener yo tanta confianza? Porque la Biblia me lo dice y he aprendido a ponerle atención a la Biblia. So sometimes we'll still feel insecure. You don't know how many times I repeat these verses in my life. And there are a few things that help me when I'm starting to feel insecure, and it has to do with how I carry myself physically. So when we start feeling insecure, I'm going to ask you guys to remember this. Stand up or sit up tall. Do it now. Like you're, important. Our body communicates with our brain constantly. This motion tells our brain that everything's okay. So if we start by putting the right body language, we'll be on our way. The next one, be an observer and not a judge. And I'm talking about yourself. Don't focus on your flaws. Accept them and deal with them and move on. Don't judge yourself every time you make a mistake. Find something to admire in yourself. If you have beautiful eyes, admire your eyes. Beautiful hair, and many of you girls have beautiful hair. It's okay to thank God for your beautiful hair. If you have wonderful athletic skills, thank God for those and admire yourself for those. Put on a happy face. Smiles are attractive. Breathe deeply. When we do shallow breathing, our body starts thinking something's wrong with us. So just learn to breathe deeply. Just say thanks. And what I mean by that is when others compliment you, thank them and know that they're being sincere. And choose your friends wisely. So I don't know if you know who Julia Roberts is. Do you know who Julia Roberts is? Good, because I was thinking she may be a little old for you. Julia Roberts has been named most beautiful woman in the world 5 times. So I'm guessing she's got to be a looker. And when they asked her what her beauty secret was, she said, I think it's by the company I keep, by having love and people that support me all the time. So it's not about how much money we spend on makeup and clothes, it's about the company we keep. So be careful with that. At the beginning, I said that if I asked your parents what they thought about you when you were born, 99% of them would say that you were perfect. I was leaving that 1% up in the air for those who weren't quite sure, which apparently was Melissa and myself, because I was not so sure when I saw my firstborn. You saw her here this evening, Denisha. See, from what I hear, Denisha was almost perfect when she was born. I cannot verify that information. I didn't get to meet her until she was 18 hours old. That's an eternity for new moms. They said she was almost perfect because she was a nice 8 pounds, 2 ounces of roly baby fat. She had 2 arms, 2 legs, 10 toes, 10 fingers, a beautiful face, but semi-ugly coloring. She was not breathing when she was born. And so there was a darkish hue of something all over her. I don't know what she looked like. Like I said, I didn't meet her. But when I finally did meet her, I knew for sure that she wasn't perfect because she looked normal, but there was all kinds of wires and tubes and equipment on her that was keeping her alive. This was my first child. I had no clue what to think or feel. Al principio les dije que si le preguntaba a sus padres qué ellos habían pensado cuando ustedes nacieron, el 99% de ellos dirían que ustedes eran perfectos. Estaba reservando el 1% para las personas como yo, que no estaban muy seguros cuando vi a mi primogénita por primera vez. A lo que me cuentan, Denisha se veía casi perfecta al nacer. Yo no lo puedo verificar, pues yo no la conocí exactamente cuando nació. Yo la conocí hasta que tenía 18 horas de nacida, que era una eternidad para una nueva mamá. Me dicen que era casi perfecta porque ella era una bolita bella de 8 libras, 2 onzas, tenía 2 piernas, 2 brazos, 20 dedos, una cara bella, pero una coloración medio fea. Ven, cuando ella nació, no respiraba y tenía un tono oscuro de algo, no sé de qué porque yo no la vi. Cuando yo la conocí, yo estaba segura de que no era perfecta, porque aunque tenía un mejor color, estaba sujeta a todo tipo de alambres y mangueras y cosas que le estaban ayudando a sobrevivir, porque ella no podía respirar por su cuenta. Ella era mi primer bebé, así que yo no sabía ni qué pensar o qué sentir. But see, my point is that no matter how beautiful we are on the outside, without the breath of life that comes from the Lord, we are anything but perfect or excellent. Quite to the contrary. Not breathing is a huge defect. Denisha needed medical intervention, but I know then and know now that the medical intervention without her Creator's perfect design and His intervention would have been fruitless. So I have an invitation for you tonight. It's almost over. To make the most of the breath of life that is in you. Compare yourself to no one. Make your life be something more than ordinary. Praise the Lord in everything you do, and He will give you the desires of your heart. And never, ever forget that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Ven, no importa cuán bellos estamos en el exterior, sin el aliento de vida que viene del Señor, somos todo menos perfectos. Al contrario, no respirar es un defecto bastante grande. Denisha necesitó intervención médica, pero yo sabía entonces, y lo sé hoy, que la intervención médica, sin el diseño perfecto de su Creador y la intervención de Él, nada hubiera sido, o todo hubiera sido inútil. Así que hoy les invito a que hagan lo máximo con el aliento de vida que hay en ustedes. No se comparen con nadie. Hagan de su vida algo más que ordinario. Alaben al Señor en todo lo que hagan y Él les dará los deseos de su corazón. Y nunca, nunca olviden que eres formidable y maravillosamente hecho.
This is what everybody's been waiting for. You're ready. Okay, kindergarten class, will you please stand? Set your trophies down. There you go. All right, this is when you get your diplomas. Simeon Adewami. Pastor Jack's fixing him all up. Dexter Boyne. And Miguel Diaz. Congratulations, boys, and you'll make great first graders next year.
Will the 8th grade graduating class of 2017 please rise? Nahum Luna. Class President. Amelia Gabrielle Whittington. Class Vice President, graduating with honors. Adelie Lorraine Ellis. Class Secretary. Faith Madison Abadudo. Class Treasurer, graduating with honors.
Anna Rose J.D. Jones. Class pastor, graduating with honors and National Junior Honor Society. Connor David Cosgrave. Keegan Harold William Griffin. Graduating with honors and National Junior Honor Society. Patsy Paola Hernandez Roman. Elizabeth Herrera. Graduating with honors. Alex Suse Calambata III. Graduating with honors. Ana Judith Guevara Manzon. Nailea Soto Andujo. Graduating with honors. All right. Anna Rose is going to give our benediction.
Can you please all rise for prayer? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day that you have given us. Thank you that we can all gather here together at a graduation for both 8th grade and kindergarten. Please help lead us into this new chapter in our lives and help us to do well and to grow in you. Please help everyone have a safe drive home today from this graduation and that we can have a great break before the new school year. In Jesus' name, amen.
I present to you the graduating kindergarten and 8th grade class of 2017.